We've already had tables and talked about one-way and two-way tables, but let's review that together here using financial data. Data tables are one of Excel's most underutilized tools. In this example, we have a loan of $200,000, an annual interest rate of 7.5%, and 360 periods. How many years is that if it's a period of month? That's right, 30 years. So we have the payment, B5 divided by 12, and the other inputs. The total payments, simply taking that times the number of periods, and subtracting the difference, we get interest of $303,434.45 on $200,000 loan. Let's look at our tables. We're going to vary the interest rate here across the top. Along the bottom, we have those three calculations. I'm simply going to say equals whatever's in B9, which then refers to the input data, or whatever's in B10, and so forth. I could write the equation here, of course. Next, we highlight this whole area and say data, what if analysis, data table, and the first question I always ask is what changes as we move across the row? Well, it's going to be the input for these formulas, which is this 7.5% up here in B5. In this case, we're not varying data down the sides, so there's no change in the column input cell, so we'll say OK. Now you can see the calculations for each one of these formulas based on the different interest rates. Let's try a two-way table. Here we only have one formula. We put it always in the upper left-hand cell. In this case, I'm pointing to B9, which is the formula for payment that then takes the input up above. So we want to calculate payment for both interest rates and for the loan amount. We highlight the entire table and go to what if analysis, data table. What changes as we go across the row? Well, it would be this interest rate up here in B5. As we go down the columns, what's changing is the loan amount in B4, and we say OK. Now it filled in the table for us. This may help me figure out how much house I can get for different interest rates. What if I think I can pay just over $1,500? Well, at 8.5%, I'm talking about a $200,000 house. If I'm at 7.5%, it looks like it's more like a $220,000. And at 7%, I can get a house in the range of $230,000.